So what were the steps that led me to be completely sober? David Essel, 30 years struggling deeply with alcohol and cocaine, and then all of a sudden, I decided to get clean and decided to do the work. But how did that begin? How did it start? Hey, this is David Essel's Daily Video Boost, and if you haven't signed up for the free subscription, this does not cost a penny. Go to talkdavid.com right now and sign up for the Daily Boost. Get your friends to sign up for it too. And every Monday to Friday, you'll get a 3-minute video absolutely free sent to your email box. Right now, go to talkdavid.com. Let's get it rocking. Take notes. Do not trust your brain. So for years, I knew I had a problem with alcohol and cocaine. I mean, it was pretty obvious. But I used denial, justification, and rationalization, just like most of us, to keep the addictions going. But what was it? What was the turning point? Or in my case, 2 turning points that led me to this incredible life of complete recovery, complete sobriety. I'm not like a former alcoholic, or I'm not an alcoholic who just isn't drinking. I am David Essel, 100% free. And I want you to be there too. You're not an addict for life. You're not an alcoholic for life. All those old teachings, old school thoughts are a bunch of nonsense, as well as genetics does not cause our addictions. And those are on other videos. But how did I get sober? How did I get clean? What was it that happened? And there's 2 instances. One, in 1996, I did an interview with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and it's one I write about in many of my books, and he blew my mind and basically called me out in the middle of the show, off of the air, and said that my affirmations about being sober were pretty much ridiculous because I wasn't sober. That was my first wake-up call. And then the second, and then right away, I went out and got help and got rid of my cocaine addiction right after the interview with Maharishi. He inspired me that greatly. And then I was dating a woman, and I was still drinking, and I was dating a woman, and we went away for a trip, and during the trip, she said to me something about the fact that, you know, it was really important that we talk at some point about our future. And I said, awesome. I mean, I was so in love with this woman, I would have said a heartbeat, yeah, let's talk about the future. And then the next day, she was really anxious and really nervous and very, very, very upset about something. I couldn't figure out why. And so about midnight, she said, I really need to talk to you right now. And so what did I do? I said, absolutely. I went and grabbed a double glass of wine and sat down with her. And for the next hour and a half, she told me about how afraid she was that I was going to leave her. That because I liked to drink and she didn't drink at all, that eventually this relationship would end because I would want to have someone to go out and drink with. I was shocked because I immediately pushed back and said, that's not true at all. I don't go out to drink with anyone. I drink at home, and you and I sit there and you have a Diet Coke and I have a glass of wine. I'm not going to let you go because you don't drink. And then she said this to me. I am in recovery. I had to go to a treatment center. And because of that, I'm fearful of dating anyone who drinks because of problems that I had in life that I might have with that person down the road. And then she went into this whole background about all the trouble she got into with alcohol and drugs. For some reason, listening to someone say, I'm afraid you're going to leave me. She never even said to me, you drink too much. We never got in a fight while I was drinking. We never argued while I was drinking. But there was something that she said about me leaving her because I liked to drink and she didn't. That was the turning point for alcoholism. And I immediately went into a 30-day rehab center, spent 365 days with counselors, keeping myself sober, doing a lot of hard-ass work. And now it's been effortless. And it will always be effortless. That's what turned me around. 2 people talking to me. Listen, if you're struggling with addiction, contact me today. TalkDavid.com. Go right to TalkDavid.com and contact me. I can turn you on to our program, Holistic Addiction Recovery, that I created after my recovery to take you through this most powerful. It doesn't matter what the addiction is, alcohol, drugs, sex, television, food, nicotine, spending, it doesn't matter, gambling. We do it all, okay? I'd love to help you at TalkDavid.com. Freedom is available to everyone. It truly is.